So good. It was
It
so good
was.
to hear. And I love that he just really said, how the last few years were horrible as you're sitting there
Mhm.
looking at Biden and Harris sitting
Yep.
behind him with their, smirky little faces and,
Oh, well, what?
not applauding. And by the way,
Mhm.
did anyone notice that Bush didn't applaud either? That he never stood up and he never applauded? Uh, is he a
Oh,
Texan? Like, what is going on with that?
well, yeah. I know.
Hello, and welcome to Texas Tough Chicks. We're glad you're here. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And if you're coming back for your poison, we're glad you're back because we're celebrating. Yay! You
Yes.
can take a deep
Yeah. And
breath.
we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah,
Yeah.
boy, today was a good day for America, wasn't it?
It was. It was. It
Yeah.
was. It
Oh,
was
I'm
very
so
good for
glad.
America.
I just relieved the
I
whole
could.
time. This I don't know. I mean, part of me doesn't want to get too excited too fast because I'm so afraid that, the Congress won't stand behind our president or so excited. I saw him signing the executive orders and I was like, oh,
Yep. Yep.
yes, just a big
Oh, you know what?
relief.
You know what I thought was really cool about that too? When he was signing the executive orders in the arena, the first one. Yeah. Okay. The whole thing about the pins has always been kind of a snooty little thing. It's like, oh, this person gets the pen I used, and that
Right.
person. It's always dignitaries or Congress people or whatever. He handed the first one to the guy, and I think JD Vance actually got it, which is that's fine.
Yeah.
The rest of
Yeah.
them he threw out to the audience. Knowing, see, he's connecting with the people like he
Yep.
always does.
Yep.
It's like
Hopefully
it's
no one
not
got
about.
injured.
Well, yeah,
Right.
probably not. But anyway, I love that about him. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
he's just going to throw him to the people who put him in office, not the people that don't deserve to get it.
right.
So anyway,
Right.
yeah,
It was
it
such a
was
good
good.
speech. The inaugural speech was so good.
It was.
I was hanging on to every moment, hoping that he wouldn't go off script and kind of do his, cheeky thing that he just stay on script. And he did. And it was
Hmm.
great. It was just so good. And it was
It
so good
was.
to hear. And I love that he just really said, how the last few years were horrible as you're sitting there
Hmm.
looking at Biden and Harris sitting
Yep.
behind him with their, smirky little faces and,
Oh well. What?
not applauding. And by the way,
Mhm.
did anyone notice that Bush didn't applaud either? That he never stood up and he never applauded? Uh, is he a
Oh,
Texan?
it.
Like, what is going on with that?
Well, yeah. I know. I wish he wasn't Texan
I know,
jerk.
right?
I'd like to take everything down in Texas that says Bush on it.
I know.
Every building named after those people,
I
they're just
know. What
they're
happened to
traitors. They're
him?
traitors. They're traitors. I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like he's a traitor. Like
He
what?
is. He
Did
is.
not Trump didn't stroke his ego? What? He
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
like
he
that
was.
Trump's more powerful? I mean,
Well,
really, come on.
you know,
It's
he
just gross.
Bush was chummier to Clinton and Obama
Oh yeah.
than he ever was to Trump. He
Yep.
he never treated Trump with any kind of respect at
It kind
all.
of makes you wonder if it's true what's been said about Bush, that the Bushes have always been just the establishment
Oh
politician,
yeah,
that they just go
and
with
well,
the like look, do the wind thing, like where is
plus
it
they're
blowing,
globalists.
and then they just go with that.
And I never
And
understood the whole globalist thing because it was Bush Senior that first brought up the one world order crap. And that
yes,
kind of went shoo right over my head. I didn't really, I was busy raising children and stuff and
yep,
not paying attention. Now I understand what that means. They see themselves as part of the elites and the global
yes,
cabal,
yes,
and and that means just kind of crap on us, the people, and let them have all their glory. Well, no, no, sorry. So yeah,
gosh,
scum of the
there were
earth.
just two things I wish he would have addressed
Hmm.
in the speech. And one
Hmm.
thing was, the just the protection of life. I wish he would
Hmm.
have included that, like that we would
Yep.
protect
Yep.
the unborn.
Hmm.
The other thing I wish he would have said and thrown that shot across the bow to Soros. I wish he would have said,
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to protect the border, but also from the people within that seem to
Mhm.
fund those criminals coming across our border, and
Yep,
that includes
yep,
people like Soros. I wish he
yep,
would have just thrown that out there,
yep,
because
yep.
Soros needs to know that he can't, start like he did last time, where he just like paid for everyone to go across the border.
Oh
He was
yeah,
paying all those thousands of people to go across the border.
which he's still doing. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, that was one thing. He apparently today rescinded that. What is it called? The CBP app that all the illegals were getting, the app where they could just
Oh.
sign in and show up later for their hearing or whatever. That got shut down today. Just shut
Woo!
down. And
I
there
was
was a clip. Yeah, there was a clip of this illegal immigrant at the border, a woman who was just shut it down. I'm going tough.
Yep.
Don't care. You shouldn't
Yep.
have come.
Don't
You
care.
shouldn't have come.
Sorry. Sorry. Yep.
So,
Oh, I mean, I know me and you were texting back and forth while the inauguration speech was going, but I was hooping and hollering. I was like
yep, yep, yep.
clapping all by myself. It was really, really excited. My husband's in a different location right now, and so we were texting too, and he was shooting me off a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just so refreshing. It was just so good. All of it was so good. I mean, to see those other presidents come in and just have to eat their crap,
Yep, yep,
while
yep.
you have this president that obviously the majority of Americans are just relieved. We're
Hmm,
just so
hmm.
relieved to have someone back who loves America, who
Right,
isn't trying to
right.
destroy America just for
Mm-mm.
their own profit.
Right, right, right.
Like,
And power.
and Biden, like, what do you call it when pardon his whole
Mhm.
entire family
Oh, that was sneaky too.
since
Apparently,
2014? What?
oh, well, and I got a copy of the little, it's the
Oh,
executive grant of clemency that Biden did for Anthony Fauci.
oh,
And
wow.
it says it goes back to January 1st of 2014. It goes all the way back to 2014. And somebody was
Wow.
going, well, what is the significance of that date or that year? That is the year that they banned gain of function research in America and moved it
Wow.
to China and I think even Ukraine. I think there's gain of function stuff going on in Ukraine. So anyway, what that jackass of a president did was he gave him protection for all the evil things he's done, all the crimes against humanity back to 2014.
Well, let me tell you something, Fauci. You might get away with it here on Earth, but there is a creator that you will stand before.
Anyways, okay. I've heard two different things. Number one, they're saying that all this stuff can stick. It's kind of like, how can you pardon somebody who is never convicted? How can you pardon a
Right?
crime that's
Right?
never? So
Like
I'm
a
going,
future
I just,
crime? What?
or past that they just haven't convicted you of
Right?
yet. So I think there's something there that, number one, totally goes against the Constitution.
Yeah.
I think it's like how can you not have being pardoned? Okay, like Trump pardoning all the people that are in prison for January 6th stuff, legitimate.
Hallelujah.
That's legitimate, and I'm so glad. I'm
Hallelujah for
so
that.
glad he did that because that's the first most. Yeah, that's one of the things somebody said. What do you want to see him do first? I said release the January 6th prisoners. Release them.
Yeah. Yep.
But their lives have been destroyed. Are they
Yeah.
going to get any kind
Yes.
of restitution
Oh,
for the
but just
fact that their
wait.
lives
Wait
have been
until all of
destroyed?
this hits the fan. Wait until they
Mhm.
come out and they can talk about
Tell
it.
their
Oh my
stories.
gosh.
Yes, I
Are we
cannot
gonna
wait.
hear
I
some
cannot
stuff?
wait.
I
But
cannot wait either. I mean, it is all of
eh,
it.
but the hypocrisy of all this pardon stuff, because I think back when Trump was president the first time, and there was something about him doing pardons. There's all these people,
Oh
talking
yeah.
heads and actually Congress men and women that were saying, oh, if he were to pardon these, family members, that's just corruption, and that's
Right.
you can't do. And
Right.
then Biden does it.
Right.
So
And not a word. Crickets.
right,
Crickets. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah. But anyway, I'm just thrilled. I'm so happy. I don't even want to be grumpy at all about anything, really, honestly. I just
Well,
want to reservedly celebrate the day,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
so far
mhm.
so good because
Yep, yep,
honestly,
yep.
he comes in and he does exactly what he said he was going to do,
Mhm.
which is what he did the first time. It's just that he didn't get any backing, but now I don't think he
Well,
cares. I don't
he
think he even
had,
cares if he gets the backing. I think he's just going to go. He's going to
yeah.
go and get going. Let's
Well,
go.
and the thing is, last time he trusted other people to tell him who to put in
Yes.
his cabinet, so he had a bunch of huge disappointments. Who was it? I was Sessions. Jeff Sessions was one that was just a total disappointment to me,
Yes.
and I was shocked at the time. But that's what it was. All these people that they, put around him, Comey, all these people. He's not going to be BS'd anymore.
Oh,
He's putting
yes.
good people around him.
And
And by the way, when I was watching the news before you and I came on, I saw that they confirmed Marco Rubio as Secretary of State.
oh,
So
good.
so
Oh,
he's
good.
in.
That's going
So
to be
he's in for
great.
sure.
That is going to
Yep.
be great.
A good
Another thing is
start.
just fantastic is reinstating our military.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yep. Yep.
Just just reconciliation, just getting them the compensation that they deserve for
Right.
being
Yep.
taken out of, like with the stupid COVID vaccine thing.
Yep.
I was so glad to hear him say that. Oh
Me
my
too.
gosh.
Me
He just
too.
loves America.
He
It's so
does.
refreshing.
And he loves the military. He loves the
I
military.
know he loves the military. It just all of it is so good. It's just so good. Just
Well, some
so
highlights. The highlights when I was making notes for just during it. Number one, he says, "We will not forget our God,"
I know,
and
right?
I went, "Yes,
Yep.
yes." He said the
Yep.
cartel are going to
Key.
be labeled as a terrorist organization.
Yep.
Yep. Drill, baby, drill.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
um, and he's stated that we have an energy emergency.
Yes.
Stop censorship. Bring back free speech. Remove the social engineering of race and gender, bring back merit-based hiring.
Yes.
Only two
Yes.
genders. Yay. That was
Yes.
wonderful. Two genders.
I know he said it
And,
straight out, straight up.
mhm. Yep. Yep. And then freeing the hostages in Israel was big
Yes.
too. So
And then he said, I wrote it down. Let's see if I can find it. I think I sent it to you. Maybe I didn't. He said, the impossible is what we do best.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
love that. I was like,
I did too.
yes,
It
that's
was awesome.
American. He's just so American to the core. And someone made a comment, and it is kind of an interesting thing to think about. Do you think he would have won without the assassination attempt? And that is a really good question because if you think about the momentum he picked
Mm-hmm,
up,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
like he picked up Elon Musk immediately after that.
mm-hmm,
That was
mm-hmm,
huge
mm-hmm,
because now we have this social media mogul, right?
mm-hmm,
That
mm-hmm.
basically opens up everything,
Yep,
Um,
yep.
and then it just was like almost like a domino effect.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think the masculinity, and I don't know if that's the right word. No, the strength that he
Uh-huh.
showed
Yep.
by getting up was exactly what America has been looking for. We're looking for the strength. We've had like the feeble, old, demented, president in there who can't shuffle properly across the stage. And,
Yeah.
and so, we were just so hungry and waiting for strength
Well,
that
he's a
that really
hero.
just catapulted him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Well, he's the hero, the guy you see in the World War
Mhm.
II movies that goes out and sacrifices his whole life to save his
Yes.
platoon or whatever. That's the guy. That's the guy.
Yes.
And Americans love the heroes like that.
Yeah.
The guy that took a
And the
bullet and
underdog.
stood up.
We
So
love the underdog. And
yeah,
the more they persecuted him, the more they made him an underdog. And we
right.
love the underdog
Well,
to come back and win.
and the more they did that, the more you say, okay, he must be the right guy.
Right?
Because if you got people on
Exactly.
the right and the left and everywhere in between trying to take him out, he must be doing something right for the average person.
Exactly. And they
Yeah.
didn't. They didn't make it. I'll tell you what, when I saw the Bidens get on that helicopter, I
Oh, and I'm like,
literally just went, I just yelled out loud, good riddance, get your
mm-hmm,
ass out of here. Because I was just
mm-hmm,
like
yep,
so ready for them to be gone, be gone, be
yep,
gone, be gone.
yep, yep, yep. Did
I
a
just,
couple of things about Biden. There was a body language specialist on that I was watching. I don't know if he was, I think it was Benny Johnson on his show, or maybe not. Anyway, whoever it was, he was talking about Biden's body language during the speech. And he said, number one, he goes, he scratched his nose with his middle finger.
Did he
So,
really?
yeah, so that was a little toward
Oh,
Trump.
yeah. Oh, you
Language
popped up.
specialist said that means he doesn't want to be there. And I thought back to when the bodies came home from Afghanistan and he did that.
Mm,
The man
yeah.
didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be
Mm.
there. So I'm glad he's not there anymore.
You know what?
And
That
that
just
was,
makes me feel good. That gives me a little like warm fuzzies, knowing that
yep,
he had to
yep,
sit through that,
yep,
and
yep.
listen.
Hmm.
Listen to how America just doesn't want that BS. We just don't.
No, we don't want them. We don't want them. Oh, when the helicopter left and they went, I think they went to Andrews, Joint Base Andrews or whatever that is there, because there was something set up. They had a little podium and some people sitting around, and Biden was up there on this little mini stage, but he had his back to the podium and the people for a long time, just staring off into space. And I went,
No,
does the dude know
no,
he's supposed to speak?
I did not see that.
Yeah, it was a split screen because it showed on the other side Trump people, and then Biden standing there, I guess, going to give a farewell speech. I haven't seen anything else about that, but he
Maybe
was.
his
He was just
butt was
sitting there
supposed to give us a farewell
staring off
speech.
into space like an idiot.
Oh,
So,
geez. And the brim thing, I can totally relate to that brim thing because me and my husband, we wear our hats together.
mm-hmm.
We just the other day we were bumping brims trying to
Oh yeah, yeah.
give each other a smooch, and it just didn't work. And we just
Nope,
gave
nope.
up. We were just like, oh well, okay, catch you later, you know. So it is, it's a hazard, but it was worth it because that hat was beautiful. That was really pretty. It was
Very
just
elegant.
really elegant.
It was. It
And you
was.
know what? Two different American designers, not anyone that you would like necessarily recognize their name up front unless you were in the know, I guess.
Mhm.
But one American designer for the hat, one American designer for the dress.
Oh,
I just
awesome.
love that she did that.
I
I
do
feel
too.
like that's such a tribute to our American culture, you
Yep,
know,
yep, yep, yep.
and yeah. I mean, that poor woman has been through so much, and she's going to get raked over the coals again
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
nothing, for
Yep.
nothing,
Just think
for
about in
nothing.
the whole, my husband and I were talking about this, in the whole 4 years that she was the first lady, they didn't put her on the cover of a single
I know,
magazine.
I know,
They were still putting Michelle Obama on the cover.
I know,
And I'm going, what? I mean, the woman's a model.
I
That
know.
was,
And this is the thing, she doesn't need it. She doesn't need
nah,
it.
she doesn't care.
You know what? She's secure in her body. You can tell she's just secure in herself.
Her brain, she's,
Like those Democrats, they all crave that attention.
yep,
You
yep.
could tell she kind of went into hiding as far as like she didn't have to be at every single little thing to get all of the kudos and to get all the,
Well, and you know
compliments.
what? She was being a mother to Barron. Is
That's
what
right.
she was doing, and I
That's
and I
right.
thought, yay, good for you.
Yeah. I mean, did you see when Trump went downstairs? I guess like so he was inside, which was kind
Mhm.
of weird. I mean, I have to say it was a little unusual. And I'm glad, I'm grateful he
I'm
was
glad to.
inside, because I didn't want any risk of him being shot or
I
something
didn't
horrible
either.
like that, right? But but then I guess directly underneath that room that they were in is another large room. I don't know what they call it. I forgot. They said what it was. And
I've
so
been in there. I can't remember. I can see it because
yeah.
I've toured the Capitol and the
Oh, did
Rotunda and
you?
the, yeah, 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 when Trump was president the last time.
Oh.
So I've
So
been in
then they
that
had the
room.
big screen down there, and if you
Uh-huh.
they'd show the crowds in both rooms, and the one crowd that was in the room with Trump, they were, of course, they were standing up and everything, but the other crowd was just kind of like, it's okay.
Mhm.
But then he went down to talk to them, and he said the speech he wanted to say. Oh, that was
Yep.
good. That was
Oh
really
yeah.
good. I mean, it was Trumpian,
Oh, that was,
the way he talked, but it was good.
I missed that, but he repeated that over at the arena.
Oh,
So
did he?
maybe that's
Okay.
what it
Yeah,
was.
I because then
Yes,
I did shout
maybe that's
after
what it
that
was.
one. I did shout out after that one. So I didn't see what
Yeah.
happened after that until came back in. I think I just was surprised at how many events there were. And then I
Mm.
just came back into him signing off on the executive orders um,
At the arena or at the White House?
at the White House. That was the
Okay.
one that I
Yeah.
saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and there again, it apparently for an hour and a half he let the press into that room and he was answering questions while he was signing. Have you ever seen anybody do
No,
that before?
no,
Could Biden
no.
have done that? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be in for it. Strap up, everyone, because it's going to be like they're going to go after him hard.
Oh
They're
yeah.
going to
Yeah.
attack him like they did before. You know, they already have been warning about it. Schumer and his minions, his little minions, are going to go after him. And,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
I thank God he's just stronger now. Someone's made a point, a really good point, that if he would have stayed in, if he would have been able to stay in for the
Mhm.
4 years, it would have
Yep.
been a really rough 4 years because of all of what was going on with COVID and all that stuff.
I was going to say, I mean, one of the best things to me about today is the fact that he was actually there and got inaugurated because I was
I
holding my breath,
know,
afraid he was going to get
right?
assassinated. And it's like, thank God he's inaugurated. He's really the president. And if anything happens to him, JD Vance is the president, and we still have a chance.
Right,
If
right.
he had gotten assassinated before he got inaugurated, that was just heart stopping to me. So
And that's one of the reasons why we haven't been on really, because we've kind of, you and I have been kind of on a hold, like going, okay, okay, like don't go out too much. I didn't really want him to go out and make public appearances really during this time. I felt like
no,
it's kind of a dangerous time for him to do that. And
and I couldn't believe he went to France. I
I
was like,
know,
whoa,
geez, I
but
know.
he
I mean,
he
he's
did
so
well.
freaking brave. That's like the thing, you know.
But
And
when you have a near death experience like he did,
I guess, I guess you just realize that your time is in God's hands. Like
mm-hmm,
whatever he
mm-hmm,
decides is going to happen. 4 years.
yes,
Oh, I'm going to
yes, yes.
breathe. I'm going to breathe now. I just feel like that floodgate across the border is going to at least slow up, at the very minimal, slow
Mm-hmm,
up.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yeah, hmm. I mean, we
Oh,
still have to stay Texas tough,
oh,
because this
we
isn't
do,
over.
because yeah,
But
yeah, no, we still okay. We've
speaking
got
of
all.
Texas tough, Abbott, did you
What?
see Abbott?
Um,
Oh, okay.
oh,
He was in
yes,
that room
I heard.
afterwards.
Yes, yes,
Yes, and
yes,
it was so
yes.
good. It was so good. Yeah.
Yeah. And what did he say? I think.
So Trump kind of talked to him about the wall and gave the whole rundown of what happened with that wall and them trying to sell it off for 5 cents on the dollar, and how him and Abbott had, talked about it and how are we going
Mhm,
to do this, and
mhm.
and he is really happy with how Abbott handled that whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
basically they just agreed right there that the wall is going to be a priority.
Well, it needs to be. I mean, and see, I
Yeah.
don't understand. Okay, Congress allocated funds to build that wall, and then the fact that they didn't complete that wall and all that material was just going to go to waste. It's like, wait a minute. Um,
And where did all that money go? Because it wasn't just in materials. So where is the money? Did Hunter snort it up his nose? Like where is the
Probably,
money?
I
Where
don't
is
know.
it? Someone needs to hunt down the
Well,
money, because the money isn't all in materials. There was
no.
much more money
Oh yeah,
involved.
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
where
all
is
of it,
it?
all of it.
Where
I don't
is
know.
it? Did it go
I
to
would ask that,
Ukraine? Where is it?
but wouldn't you ask that about a lot of things?
Oh my gosh,
It's
everything. Everything that this stupid government has,
talking
allocated
about.
for money. Well, I mean, even though we've got this president,
Mhm.
we need to stay Texas tough.
Yep.
We need to really get behind him. And,
Yes, we
a lot
do.
of people are going to come up against him, and
Mm-hmm.
we can't be
Mm-hmm.
intimidated by that. We can't be violent about it either.
Nope.
We just
Nope.
need to be
Just
tough and
be
get Texas.
tough. Yep. And all the people in Congress and the Senate, you need to confirm his nominees so that he can get to work. And don't be stupid and be political. Just do it.
Yep. And call your congressmen and senators, say, get behind Trump.
Yes.
Let's get this
Yes.
done.
Yes. Let's
No
do,
more
because it will
politics.
be better for all of us. All of
Mhm.
us. So,
Yeah.
yep. Get
Well,
Texas tough, and we will see you next time.
all righty. See ya.
Bye.
But I already saw him sign the executive orders, so I'm really excited
Sorry,
about
hold
that.
on. Start over.
I'm
He's
delaying too. I don't know if you see that I'm delaying. So